this is Benjamin Beast Mode Running right up here. Alright, this young man right here truly embodies the word thorough. Okay, this dude will come up to me with the longest documentation, the longest video that he ever filmed, and then he'll come up to me with like the longest presentation on the rise. But in all seriousness, like out of the thoroughness that he put in this summer was born a truly excellent project engineer. Let's give it up for Ben.
Hi everyone, so my name is Ben, as Sebastian said, and I'm a rising young sophomore at SAR High School. And my project is the Smart Garden, which is a gardening system that independently provides the plants with water, the correct amount of sunlight, and it even lights up an LED if the plants are in a temperature that's less than ideal. And the Smart Garden is perfect for anyone who is going on vacation and they can't water their plants, so they need someone to water it. The Smart Garden has you covered. And so now I'll show you a little demonstration on how it works. So first with my moisture sensors, they're in wet soil right now, so my water pump is off. And when I take them out, it simulates a more dry environment. So right now it's hard to tell, but my water pump is on. You might be able to hear it. And then when I put these back in, then it takes a little second to register, but yeah, it just turned off. And so next is my light sensor, which is connected to this light. So when I hold down when I put my finger over my and then lastly with my temperature sensor, this just takes a couple seconds to turn off. And when I warm my hands up and put my fingers on the temperature sensor. What? Well, so right now this room is actually pretty cold, so the LED is off. But if it was to be, sorry, this room is pretty warm. But if the room got colder, then the LED would go on. So I'd know that I should probably move my plants in another place. So now I'll start talking about the technical part of this project. And I'll start with my sensors. So basically how the sensors work is a current goes through one end, and then depending on the conditions that the sensors are in, that affects the strength of the current once it passes through the sensors. So for example, with my moisture sensors, which are right here, since water is conductive, depending on how much water is in the soil, that affects the strength of the current once it passes through the soil and the sensors. And the light sensor and the temperature sensor work in a similar way to that. So I'll move on to my Arduino. So once this current passes through the sensors, it goes on to the Arduino, and I program my Arduino to receive the currents from the sensors, and if any of them is too weak, then my Arduino will then turn on either my light or my pump, and then the plants will be covered and you won't have to do a thing. Additionally, I've learned an unbelievable amount completing this project. I came in not really knowing any of the basic skills associated with engineering, and now I am a much better troubleshooter. I am also much better at self-teaching, and I also know some code for Arduino, and all of that huge improvements that I'm proud of. And I think that now, when I leave BlueStamp, I could even make some of these projects by myself, and I hope to do so and continue that. So now that my project is complete, I'm looking to improve it because I still have a couple of days left, and I wanted to make it more sustainable. So I'm planning on filtering out the debris from the excess water and then pumping it back into the main water supply. So not only will the smart garden give your plants great conditions without you having to do any work, but it will also not waste any water. So I just want to thank everyone for coming out here, and I hope you enjoy.